Pakistan just took away ISIS-K's microphone. A new UN report submitted to the UN Security Council says Pakistan's intelligence agencies arrested Sultan Aziz Azam, described as Daesh Khorasan's spokesperson and the founder of its media wing, the Al-Azim Foundation. Now the question over here is that why does that matter? It matters because the ISIS-K does not only fight with guns, it fights with propaganda. Al-Azim and channels like Voice of Khorasan have been used to recruit, radicalize and claim attacks. And the UN assessment says ISIS-K's regional ability has been degraded by counter-terror operations with planned attacks disrupted. Now, according to reporting citing the UN monitoring team, Azam was arrested in May 2025 during an operation near the Pak-Afghan border while allegedly trying to slip into Pakistan. And it is pertinent to mention that this isn't happening in isolation. Pakistan recently arrested Muhammad Sharifullah, also known as Jafar, an ISIS-K operative later taken into US custody with US prosecutors saying he was charged for providing material support tied to the deadly attacks including the Abbey Gate bombing case. Now the bigger picture is that these arrests signal pressure on ISIS-K's networks, but the UN also warns terrorist groups still operate in the region. For ordinary Pakistanis, the question is simple. Will this momentum translate into lasting safety or just another headlines?
Your passport to the future isn't just a dream, it's an official government mandate. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has just announced a landmark initiative to send Pakistani students to global tech hubs in Europe and China for specialized AI trainings. After pulling the national economy back from the edge of the default, the PM is shifting gears from survival to explosive growth, placing the youth squarely in the driver's seat. During his visit to the University of Haripur, he emphasized that this isn't just about degrees, it's about creating the next generation of tech leaders. Whether it's through the distribution of laptops, the expansion of Danish schools, or the new specialized campuses for women, the mission is merit-based and future-focused. The message to the youth is clear: the dark days of the economic uncertainty are behind us, and it's time for you to lead the global charge in artificial intelligence. The world is coding the future. Don't just watch it happen, be the one who writes it. Because Pakistan's tech era starts now.